As far as travel advisories for passengers is concerned, government has now also issued a fresh travel advisory. My colleague Aarti getting us those details.
That's right, Seher. The government, of course, putting in place a number of travel restrictions and advisories, more than restrictions in that sense, urging people to avoid non-essential travel as much as possible to the following countries, given the global outbreak of coronavirus. So the countries of China, Japan, South Korea, Iran, Italy, Germany, France, and Spain. These are the countries that the government has said, please avoid non-essential travel as much as possible. Remember, especially the countries of Iran, China, and Italy have almost become the epicenters of this after China, Italy, and Iran becoming the major hubs of coronavirus. So the government advisory coming in for all these countries. Now, if you can actually look at the specific advisories where the government has put into place regarding these, the first is to avoid non-essential travel abroad entirely wherever possible, specifically to these countries. But it's an advisory that is issued in public health and interest given the outbreak of coronavirus. Specifically, avoid travel to China, Italy, Iran, South Korea, Japan, France, Spain, and Germany. These are the countries which have seen the maximum number of cases. In fact, India is trying to bring back some of our citizens who are stuck in these countries, screening them and then bringing them back. So Indians have been advised to not travel to these countries. People from the affected countries are to be quarantined for 2 weeks. There are a number of screening processes that have been put in place at all the airports across the country. In fact, some of these countries, if citizens have to fly back in, they actually need a certificate saying that they have no health issues at all. And the ones who return, if they show any symptoms, they are to be quarantined for 2 weeks. The next, of course, is that the visas to France, Germany, Spain nationals, and this is important to mention here, nationals to these countries who want to come into India, that has currently been suspended as a precautionary measure. The other advisory and the other attempt that the government is making is also that visas to Chinese nationals remain suspended, whereas visas to Italy, Iran, South Korea, and Japanese nationals are also suspended. These are precautionary measures that the government has put into place to ensure that it is not carried, that the germs or infected people are not brought into the country and end up infecting some more Indians here. And finally, Indians who are returning from Italy, South Korea as well are to carry test certificates, essentially saying that they have been tested and they are showing no symptoms of coronavirus, they're not showing any symptoms of a flu, and they are fit to travel. That's only after that they produce these certificates will they be allowed to enter into India. So these are the advisories that the government has put into place essentially to ensure that coronavirus is contained in India.